All right, we have John Phillips on every 8 weeks or so with some legal advice, and we've used this guy quite a few times.
And
a great
he's used
attorney,
us.
and he's used us quite many times.
Yeah.
But he knows his stuff, and he's actually licensed in many states. So if you have any questions at all, legal questions, now's the time to call at 866-977-DO-US, 866-977-3687. John, how the heck are you?
Good morning, guys. I missed you. Last time I was in Dallas, I got to say I don't like it as much.
Well,
deal with it.
Then why didn't you do it?
Yeah, next time.
Yeah. So John, I was watching you on following you on Twitter, and when the Sandusky thing came down, you were all over his attorney.
Jerry Amendola.
What did he do? Because I don't even know. I didn't even see him speak.
Well, it goes way back. Here's a guy that did an emancipation proceeding for a client, which is where a child gets individual rights from their parent. And she was age 16, he was age 48. Well, he impregnated her and had a baby with a 16-year-old. Then, fast forward to the Sandusky trial, he was making jokes about this being a soap opera like All My Children. He just kept on, and then in post-trial interviews was revealing attorney-client privilege. He's just he's up there with his client, like lawyer.
He's pretty bad. And, not the guy I'd want to hire if he banged a 16-year-old to defend me if I was Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, can y'all hear Sarah?
I can way too much in our lives we can hear her, yes, but that's just another story altogether.
Something's wrong with the phone there. Can we fix it now?
Yeah.
No, it's just I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right. So, it was just I couldn't get at what you were upset about, and now it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and I did put his office number up there in case anybody wanted to let him know. And I had been on all night with the Pittsburgh station radio, just breaking down the case. And I think I was just over Sandusky and Amendola at the time, but I tried to have him on my radio show, but he didn't return my call.
So this guy, the attorney, is the one that ended up with some younger daughter, some young kid.
He wound up with, again, an emancipation proceeding, which the whole purpose is to essentially free up somebody under 18. And as soon as she was freed, he knocked her up, a 16-year-old at age 48. And
how's he not in jail?
She was emancipated.
Because she was emancipated.
Oh, my God.
I believe that probably was the reason why he emancipated her, so he can get that little bootang.
It's awful. And there's the Bob Costas, the famous Bob Costas clip. He talked about, Sandusky's stuff aside, he talked about how he would be fine letting his kids be babysat or hang out with Jerry Sandusky. And supposedly she just had this rant on social media saying, no way is my kid, our kid going anywhere near Jerry Sandusky. It's all pretty just, stranger than fiction.
He emancipated her, then depancitated her.
Oh, jeez. So what do you think that his sentence is going to be?
He got over 400 years, and they can run them consecutive or concurrent, each one. So I'd imagine they're going to run them concurrent, where he runs all the charges. I kind of posted on Twitter too. I wouldn't mind if he had to serve them all. And like his dusty bones just sat in jail for 400 years. That's one thing I don't. Murder, it is what it is. But preying on individual, preying on children is just something that it boils me down to the core.
It does everybody, man. That's why do you think the jury took all of dinner time to get rid of them?
Yeah, they probably had it down or decided early on, but they were waiting for their pizza.
Exactly. Get a little more free meal in before.
So if you have any legal questions at all, call us for John Phillips right now, 866-977-DO-US. And we're getting stuff all over the place here. This is good. I love the wide variety. I mean, you probably handle all kinds of junk. Let's go to Ray in Savannah. Go ahead, Ray. You're on with John Phillips.
Hey guys, so my girlfriend bought a car from a dealership. A couple of days later, the guy that handled all her paperwork got fired. She hasn't made her first payment yet, and she's kind of waiting for them to call her back about, they hadn't contacted the financing company yet, and now she wants to get out of it. Is there an easy way to just get out of it before she makes the payment?
The short answer is no. Did she sign the contract with the dealership?
Yeah, I wasn't there for it, but yeah, she signed all the paperwork, and she just hasn't heard from them. She's waiting to hear from them. She's calling them, but they're not calling back yet.
Why she want out of it? Is there something wrong with the car?
Well, she was waiting for a better deal before that, and that deal came through like literally 2 days after she got that car, and I don't know. She's just a little up in arms about it.
Well, of course.
The problem is offer and acceptance. It doesn't matter about the terminology or the details of payment and who's contacted who. There is a valid contract, and so you would have to have them release that contract really to get out of it.
This isn't about legalities. This is about your impatient girlfriend.
This is about the fact that she wants something she can't have, and she popped off too soon, isn't it? This is about learning a lesson in life.
So you have total carte blanche to sit her ass down and go, yeah, there's nothing legally that can be done. You just might want to learn from this.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All
right, thanks.
This is why I love this segment.
I had one of those situations, but luckily I was able to get out of it.
And oftentimes they will. Oftentimes that just being nice. Now, car dealers tend not to just because they got you. But oftentimes you enter a contract and they want to keep you as a customer. They want to do what's right. Sometimes they'll let you out if you act quick enough.
Yeah, mine was behind a bed. My wife got all enamored by this bed that adjusts and vibrates and all that. And then next thing you know, I look and I was like,
for her.
I said, this damn thing gonna cost us $8,000. That's a new car.
Especially all the quarters you got to put in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also spend 8 hours a night in it, so it's.
My bed slept just fine for that, and I could say we could find something else a little less expensive.
How long ago is this, D?
About maybe a month ago.
Oh, and you got out of it?
Yeah, after I walked around, went up to the food court and had something to eat, I was like, I really don't want that bed.
Yeah. Well, where do you think the saying came from? You made your bed, now sleep in it.
Well, I got out of it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Wow, you got over on a saying. That's awesome.
That's good. So,
Yeah, nice
you
going.
just bought it, D? You just purchased it, and then you went to go get a Slurpee, and then you came back and had second thoughts?
Yeah, I don't want it.
Nice.
I don't want this no more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good.
I went to think
like
about payments and.
Yeah, that's more like a return. It was never delivered to your house or anything.
No, never
yet.
delivered.
You haven't had time to have sex on it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I was
It
just
never got Cassandraized.
Yeah, I don't want it.
60 days later, you might have had a problem with that return.
Yeah.
No. All right, let's, I would love some chick to call that's like some hooker chick or something just for John, so he could make fun of her. But let's go to Ben in Turdville. Go ahead, Ben. You're on with John Phillips.
Yes, sir. My girlfriend's going through a divorce settlement. And basically they've made him an offer. Her husband's made him an offer, and her husband is the son of his lawyer. They do it on family land. He wants her out of the house. He offered her $12,000 plus everything in the house. My question is it worth her going to court, because apparently he blew all the money. She doesn't have any really saved up. And is it worth her going to court to try to fight for the house, or should she just settle?
Is there equity? Is there equity in the house?
It's about $40,000.
Go ahead,
They've
John.
been gone for about a year with being out of the house and rehab and stuff like that, but I didn't know if there was like any abandonment issues or any abandonment laws or anything like that.
What state?
North Carolina.
Okay. I'm not exact. I can give you the black letter law generally, and this is more of a policy situation anyway. It really depends when you're talking terms of divorce settlement as to what all the assets and liabilities are. And if somebody's being fair, then there's no need to amp it up, pay more attorney's fees, pay more, court costs, filing costs, all the stuff, depositions, all that's kind of becomes accessory to litigation if they're being fair. Now, if you've got a $40,000 in equity and she's not getting any entitlement to that and there's not debts that exceed that asset, it may be well worth it. It's kind of a practical analysis rather than a legal analysis.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to see. I've been trying to tell her if she really wants it, she should fight for it. But if it's not worth it, then just kind of cut your losses and move on.
All right, dude. Thanks for the call.
Advice.
All right, we got all kinds of calls up there. Man, do we have some screwed up listeners. Doing some crazy stuff. We have accidents. We have going through separations. We have evictions. We have, discrepancy with previous employer problems. We've got property issues, all kinds of crap, and I'm still looking for a sexy one. Just so you know, Lex.
No, that's fine, and I'm sure we'll get one sooner or later. But in the meantime, if you have a sexy one especially, you'll get right to the front of the line as far as Terrence is concerned.
Oh, yes.
Call us at 866-977-3687. And we will handle it.
All right.
With John Phillips.
Yeah, we will. Let's see here. Let's take, I'm just going to grab one of these.
We won't handle it. He will.
Go ahead there, Cameron.
Hi, this is Cameron from Oklahoma City. And I'm going through a separation with my ex right now. And she's been avoiding we've got 2 children involved. She's been avoiding the process server to come serve her the papers for court because of custody. She has now set up with my attorney to go and fill out the paperwork for the deposition for custody of the 2 children, and then blew off my lawyer. We actually have a court date today, but as I said, she has been avoiding trying to get served with the papers. And another thing of the issue, she stole a whole bunch of property, like $6,000 worth of property.
All right, you can.
All right.
You can take the answer off the air.
Yeah, you can. You're annoying.
Go ahead, John.
Okay. Process servers, when somebody's avoiding process, it doesn't matter what kind of matter it is, civil, domestic, whatever. There's a process, your lawyer knows it, I'm sure, where you can serve somebody if they're trying to avoid it, and you can show they're trying to avoid it. We've literally had a personal injury case where we were trying to serve somebody that worked at a restaurant. She ran out the back door of the restaurant, and we just, hung out at the restaurant until she came back. But if somebody's continuously trying to evade service, you can serve by publication. Your attorney probably knows that process where they can just publish it in the paper. She's considered served, and it's an easy way. It takes about 30 more days because you got to publish it, but it's an easier way. You can also serve corporations through the state if you can't otherwise serve them. So it's just a matter of nailing her down if she won't agree, or getting the judge involved and saying, look, let's enter an order to show cause that if she doesn't appear, then she'll get potential criminal and civil contempt. So